And 6 years ago, 6.5 years ago, I was set on fire by someone I'd been married to for 15 years at the time. Thank you. Welcome in. We've got a really good show today. I want to talk about red flags. My name is Tanya. I'm going to put in my contacts and kind of do some things to get ready. My name is Tanya, and I'm known as Burn Beauty 2018. And I am a DV, because we can't say the words, burn survivor. And 6.5 years ago, I was set on fire by someone I'd been married to for 15 years at the time. And I only recently learned what narcissism meant. I had a different idea of what it meant for someone to be a narcissist. You know, you think that narcissists are people who just, Narcissus in Greek mythology was, I think it's Greek, in Greek mythology, stared into the river and just loved himself, fell in love with his own reflection. So I thought that meant, I confused that with vanity, right? And it's not the same. Narcissists really have an internal struggle and don't like themselves. And they seek out people that have qualities that they don't, but they don't do it for a good reason, for growth or stability. They do it to destroy you. Hey, Mrs. T, how are you? I'm doing really great, really great. I'm so happy to be back, like, into you know, you have to be into a routine in order to really be successful. You have to have things chop, 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 for me anyway. And I find that most super successful people do have that, and I'm trying to get back to that because that's the way my life once was. It's just been really chaotic over so many years, and that might be something you're finding too if you've been with someone who's not nice. Hey, thank you, Tanya. My name is Tanya. I'm glad to be back. I'm happy I'm back too. I was so frustrated with everything. It was hard for me to even deal with the platform, with like things that go on the platform. And I was just like, I'm done. I can't deal with another thing in my mind trying to keep me down, you know? So let me put my contacts in because I'm a hot mess. Grady Dog is being very, very needy right now because we just moved and he hasn't seen his dog walker since we moved because she just happened to go on vacation. So he's stressed. Hey, he probably thinks that we left her behind. Hey, Miss May, I'm glad to be back. Hey, come on in. We're going to do some makeup and talk about red flags. I don't even know what makeup I want to do. I kind of want to work on my under eye because I haven't been using my microcurrent. Oh, I just shook my head and it popped. Ooh. Red flags, red flags. If you've been with someone or you're wondering if you're with someone who falls into that catchphrase, narcissist, I am not a expert on this. I just know what I lived. And I didn't even know what the issue was. Thank you, Judy. Yep, I've got my sclerals. Sure enough. My corneas were damaged by the fire, but fortunately I can still see. I closed my eyes and I prayed, and my eyelids burned away, but I still have my vision. I'm so grateful for that. Good afternoon. But my eyes don't close all the way. I've been trying to do this off camera. But I'm always behind. Right? Thank God I still have my vision. That would be really hard for me to deal with. You know, I've dealt with a lot of things and the loss of a lot of things, and not loss, the change of a lot of things. Thank you. The vision would get me because I am so visual. I'm so visual. You know, funny, before I get started, I guess one of the red flags is that he would always kind of insult me or kind of make fun of everything or be critical of everything. Y'all keep sharing. Y'all got to share the live. Share, please. And tippity tap tap, please. This thing is called, I never can remember what the actual device is called, but it's only for certain contacts. You have to have hard contacts. I think it's only for sclerals. It's a rigid or RGP inserter for rigid gas permeable. This is the one, it's so ratty. It's the original one I was given, but no matter how many replacements I buy, there's not ever one that's been better than the original that the optometrist gave me in the beginning. And I've heard another person say that, another friend of mine who wears sclerals after an acid attack. Am I cute? Dang, she cute. I can't believe people say that about me. That's crazy. That is crazy. Look at God. That's crazy. I gotta get used to that. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. So anyway, they're always so critical of you. The reason you use this is because you have to keep the liquid in it and push it up into your eye. You can't flip it in like a regular contact or you'll lose the, you've got to keep the sterile saline in it to keep your eyes lubricated throughout the day. And it's important that I wear them because I don't want to lose my vision. I went a long time without wearing them and I really need new ones. Yeah, it's an insertion tool. It's an RGP, rigid gas permeable. I don't know if it's just rigid gas permeable inserter or what. Y'all need your eyes checked. Hey, Apple user. How you doing? You need to get some class. So, by the way, I match energy now. Things have changed. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. What a bunch of... There's still people... You always notice that the people who have all the insults are like Apple user. They don't have a name or a profile. They kind of lurk in the shadows, and that's sort of like what a narcissist does. They're just doing it because they only behave a certain way with you. They're too cowardly to do it in like the world. So people will think that they're good people because they've never seen them do anything. They've always been nice to me. Are you crazy? He's always been nice to me. He helps everybody. He's feeding baby goats and, you know, walking on water. What do you mean? So they're really like that. Hey, hey. And when I was moving, I've been like wound up. I mean, I am like getting this house pulled together. I'm going to try to show y'all pictures. I feel like once it's different enough, and if I don't show the architecture of it, then I can show my house without someone being able to find me, namely my ex who's not in jail. I don't want him to know where I am because eventually he's going to go off the rails. There's no chance for him after what he's done. Karma's coming hard, fast. So, you know, once people have nothing to lose, they always want to take you with them. The cow, I don't know what it is. Anyway, just moving, and I've been really pulling stuff together quickly, really quickly. And everybody noticed, because I mean, I've been here a week, and it looks like I've been here 6 months. If I could paint, this thing would be slayed, right? I need to paint. But I was kind of downplaying it to a friend, and I was telling her, like, oh, really pulling it together. It drives me nuts when things aren't like pretty. I want to decorate. I want to make it mine. And I do it really rapidly. And I was like, I know, it's kind of crazy. And she's like, no, this is why you're good at what you do. Thank you, Natalie. She's like, you pay attention to details. You're in aesthetics. You're in makeup. In order to be good at it, that's just your natural quality, that you like pretty things. You pay attention to what you do. And I thought, wow, you know, in all the years, I've only been criticized for that, you know, for really wanting to pull a house together and get it a certain way. I take pride in it, you know. I am. It's coming together really well. Really, really well. I just need to paint. And I've only painted one room ever in my life. This is Lush Unicorn Lip Scrub. and I clearly use it a lot. Just a sugar scrub to exfoliate. Hey, everybody. Is that Drewski? Hey, boo. How you doing? It's my nephew. Maybe not by blood, but he's still my nephew. All right, I got to do something with this face. This is wrecked. I'll tell, yeah, so let me end with take pride in whatever it is you do. Don't let anyone criticize you because you like things a certain way. You're not wrong for that because you do things faster or slower or different than somebody else. You're not wrong for that because you want to get plastic surgery, because you don't want to get you're not wrong for that. But I spent so many years being just silently judged by this narcissist who can't do anything. And when I say that, it's not to be mean. It is a quality. Thank you for the gift. It's a quality that they have that they're not about anything. They don't do anything. And if you see that in someone, you need to run because they're not harmless. A lot of people think, oh, he's driving me crazy, but he would never hurt me. Well, mine set me on fire. And somebody today, thank you. This is the OG Clover necklace, but it's not Van Cleef. I got it at a fundraiser. And it was just like a little kiosk. It's nice. It's silver and gold plate, and I've been wearing it probably for a month, and it looks gorgeous because it's hard for me to take stuff off. So I just shower in it, and I love it. I normally don't wear green, but it called to me. And since then, someone donated this beautiful green couch to me, and then someone else donated green velvet pillows that match exactly. And I've been like, oh, I need to pay attention to the color green, Yeah, they're never happy and they're always critical of you. So I'm just trying to learn to be happy because I moved and there was no struggle, and it literally made me cry that there was nothing going on. It was just moving and people helping and volunteering, and nobody's upset with me. Nobody's having a temper tantrum. And I was like, wait, you know what? They make you think you're the problem, and you're not. They're the problem all along. Oh, thank you for the butterflies. I just saw that gift today, and I love butterflies. So I got to glue my brow on and do some microcurrenting. Lord, my brows are so worn out. This pair needs to be replaced. But I need to take them off on Thursday to have my underlying tattoo removed that's so faded. There's somebody that's going to remove it for me. So there's no way I'm going to waste a good pair of brows. I did have a photo shoot scheduled for tomorrow, but we've extended that date to later in July, which is good because I'm not at all ready for it mentally or physically. I haven't even unpacked all my things. You need three outfits and a makeup artist, and it's all good though. It's all forward motion. Everything is falling into place. Panic attacks. Yeah, I've had anxiety attacks for years. They've gotten better. That's one of the red signs too, just how you're feeling. Trust your intuition. We got to get more people in the room. Maybe Tuesday's a good time. Y'all know I'm watching the analytics to put a schedule together. So the way this rolls, because it's not y'all, it's the algorithm. My pickle belly. Okay. Wonder if it's that in the background. That AI reads everything, but I'm not moving that. I earned that. Don't cry, Grady. It's okay. Just lay down. Watch TV. One of the first red flags, I made a video about this recently, and one of the first red flags I encountered was something that's not an attack on you. It was road rage. Hey, miss y'all too. I'm back. Are y'all sharing the live? Y'all please share the live. Road rage. And lots of people have road rage, but they consistently have road rage. And the reason they're having it is, I don't know if the new Ovilus Mini is in the thing. Let me just go ahead now and figure this out. I just figured out today that I can just put things in as I'm going. I used to be too afraid to do this, like I would mess something up if I touch the screen, but I'm getting better. That's just my anxiety. All right, it's in. New Ovilus Mini. I just put it in the cart. There's a shopping cart to the bottom left for when y'all start asking like what I'm using and stuff, okay? Sorry. Yeah, let me do a quick thing. If you don't know my story, I was set on fire by my husband of 15 years, and I thought that was a different prize. Oh, that was my commission. This is some gold conductive gel. The new Ovilus, I don't know if it still comes with the conductive gel. I think they stopped, but don't, honestly, just buy some on Amazon for 20 bucks. And it's like gold primer, hydrates, firms, moisturizes, and it actually has gold in it so that you can conduct the electricity from this microcurrent device. And this is like a workout for your face. It really works. This really works. Don't turn yours up to 3. My skin grafts are so tough that I can do it. Start on the first dot. I haven't been doing this lately, and my eye bags are, this skin right here is looking bad. So anyway, we were married for 15 years, and actually not most, all of those 15 years were just traumatic in retrospect, you know. Thank you, Jayla. Welcome in, Ruth. I thought it was just like, this is my husband, and he's got problems with drinking. He just, you know, this is my marriage. I need to hang in there. It was already my second marriage, right? Because I got married very young the first time. And I thought, well, I need to hang in there. And I was always trying to fix it. And after a while, you start to believe that it's your fault. He wouldn't behave that way if I wouldn't get so upset. Because that's what they tell you. And now you're starting to think, hey, I shouldn't be really upset when he's doing, you know, messed up things, you know. And so if I get upset because he did a messed up thing, then he'll do another messed up thing. It's this whole terrible, terrible rabbit hole. These things work so well. They don't work immediately. You use it every day, okay? It goes for like 3 minutes. Look how good this eye is looking. But this eye, I just had to have a reconstruction on in October and November. So it's got to go back and start healing all over again because they had to work on my lower lid. But this one is getting so good. I don't naturally have eye bags. My face has been reconstructed. So I'm married, but still trying to get the divorce. I had to file it myself. Yeah, 9 years now. He's dodging service because they all do. Because now, you know, doesn't want to be inconvenienced by having to sell property and settle up after setting me on fire. They never get better. They are evil. So anyway, all those years thinking that, you know, this is just marriage and I need to just hang in there. This is my husband, and never talking to anybody about it. I think for 2 reasons. I think deep down, you know, I mean, you're embarrassed by the way they're treating you, by what you're taking, but you still think it's your fault somehow. I don't know how to describe that. So I never told anyone about it. You get isolated from everyone. I don't have a lot of family anyway. These are all things they look for in you too. They want to know all about you in the beginning. You think they love you, but they don't. They're gathering information. Mine turned off. I'm going too slow while I talk. I'm going to finish this because I haven't done it in like a week or 2, and it's got to get done. Do not turn it up to 3 and put it on your eyelid. You're going to twitch and scream, okay? Mine, if you put it on 1, you'll be fine. You won't feel it. It doesn't hurt, obviously. But my skin grafts are thick. You have to work your way up. Love this device. This is one of the life-changing things that it helped me really move my mouth better by exercising all these muscles around my mouth. Karma is coming for him right now. It is coming. I would never think I'd be okay with karma settling the score, because I've been trying to tell people ever since I remembered, but I am more than okay with karma because karma is working all the problems out. But it waited until I'm at a point where I can deal with it. I needed to first get out of danger in Georgia. I needed to get my surgery done because this has been life-changing. I didn't know how much better I would feel with the nostril. If that makes sense. You know, I was very comfortable. I had learned to be comfortable with myself, but now I just feel beautiful, you know. Hey, Lay. Hey, are y'all joining? Let's get the numbers up. Y'all keep tapping. We got to get 250,000 likes, by the way. I feel like that's a sweet spot. I'm trying to organize my system here. I've made these cubes, or assembled them. And there's 2 sets of them. They go all the way across my back wall because I have all the makeup. And I want it to look like really pretty. And then I got some artwork to put above it. It's not here yet. Until I can paint the wall. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I haven't tried Be Perfect. I use Allies of Skin. And I'm really, really hurting without it right now. What I do know, yesterday, this worked really, really well. The Confidence Cream by It Cosmetics, my makeup was laid so pretty yesterday. First, I have found my Allies of Skin Sunless Tan. That might sound crazy to you, but it's not just for white skin or light, fair skin. It will make you look so pretty. I haven't used it in about a week, and it looks so pretty. It makes your skin just kind of glow as it browns up. Don't use your hand. It's like any other sunless tanner. It will tan your hand. I'm just going to wipe it off. But it's not advisable this way. Now put it on, and it's a sunless tanner with SPF 50. And I feel so pretty without my makeup, you know? Watch it. We'll do this for a few days in a row, and you'll see the difference. And be careful around your eye. Yeah, this is the stuff. This is my current favorite product by Allies, and it has so much skincare in it as well. So it's a good way to introduce yourself to the brand because they are top-notch. Top-notch skincare. Changed my life. Look, first of all, you can immediately see that glow. And then it browns up, and I'm just like, ooh, it evens out, makes my skin tone look more even to me. I gotta fix my hair. Still, I don't have all my things. So I'll be pulling my wigs. I don't have like my lace bond, and there's one box that's super important, and it's in the furthest back corner. Isn't that life? Welcome in, everybody. Don't be scared. We live so near the street that there's just like loud cars. I've really got to get used to it. Never lived so close to a street. So yeah, he set me on fire. I don't know. Someone asked me why today. It was like, it'd be good to know what set him off to make him do this. And I was like, no, you don't understand. He's a narcissist, but he's also, in my opinion, a sociopath. And you can't apply reason to an unreasonable action. You will never figure out why someone did something so evil. You can't process. There's no excuse for it. There's no trigger. The only reason is because they're bad, and you have to come to a point of acceptance with that, because I worried about it. I was set on fire by my husband of 15 years. This is my Confidence Cream by It Cosmetics, or Confidence in a Cream. Barrier Boost. It's a moisturizer, and this is excellent skin prep. It really, really moisturized, but it's not too much, and it made my foundation yesterday, which is ColourPop. It made it really creamy and pretty. The ColourPop is my favorite stuff, but it's not as creamy as, say, like a Estee Lauder or something. So adding this is like my sweet spot. I was surprised. So I can't explain why he set me on fire. I mean, I know what he was thinking probably was he was upset that I wouldn't forgive him for something he had done, and it was starting to come undone. Like the kids had moved out. It was just me and him. He was frustrated. I'm sure he's been probably cheating the whole time. I didn't know. But, you know, because he'd been out 2 nights before, didn't come home 2 nights before he set me on fire. He's known to just disappear and lie. And it's like, who are you with? Nobody. Well, obviously he's with somebody because he's not that desirable of a man, to be honest. But he was on rugs and he had the money to buy them. And with that will come a lot of people around you, men and women, who are your friend because you're buying the rugs for them. I can see that now. I couldn't see that at the time. But hindsight's 2020, you know? This got to go on my chest too. Yeah, karma's already coming. Karma is already coming. What is that? Oh, it's my little butterfly. It's pretty noisy today. What is it, like racetrack day? Everybody bring your jet plane and drive it down the road? Scares my dog. Okay, that's pretty. That's just 2 steps. 2 steps. You don't need 10 layers of skin prep. I do a lot of serums, and I mix them up in my hand. But before you put your makeup on, you need to make sure that you're not doing too much to make it break. I'm in Los Angeles now. Yeah. Okay, so I remembered as I was doing TikTok and telling my story, I started to remember ColourPop. Time for the ColourPop foundation. It's always messy because I use it so much. Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. I'm in 153C, a medium dark cool. This is like a unicorn. The color's perfect. So you guys love this. My current favorite, because it's so affordable too. It's no nonsense. I do recommend laying down a layer of moisturizer though, because it looked really pretty. Where's my brush? I need my spatula brush. It's so thin I can't see it. So yeah, as I was doing the TikToks, I came to realize that the memories in my mind weren't matching my words that I'd been saying. I'd been telling my story for years, and I thought I remembered because I remembered like reaching out in his stream. But the memories that came back were of what actually happened with him chasing me and squirting more lighter fluid and then throwing a Zippo lighter at me that we had just bought while we were in Switzerland the month before, in France and Switzerland, renewing our vows. That's how twisted he is. Now, I think that was because the kids had moved out. I wasn't forgiving him because he acted a fool on the last night in Geneva. No matter what, throughout all the 20 years, spatula brush also. There's one in the cart. Check the shopping cart down there for the TikTok shop. I'm using the It Cosmetics spatula brush. They call it the airbrush because it lays down a super thin, smooth layer of foundation. And you use a lot less. That's probably enough for the whole half of my face. And just swipe it instead of stippling and things. Just kind of swipe it in there, and it's so good. I love the brush. I love the foundation. I know they're going to call me eventually and say, please work for ColourPop. Not good. Yeah, I wasn't forgiving him, and he wanted to be forgiven immediately. They bully you into that forgiveness. Remember, all the items are in the cart for the TikTok shop. Love the TikTok shop. That is so smooth, right? I'm going to come back with my concealer, but no stippling. before, that's the only way I could do it because I don't like a sponge. This is better than anything. Look, so pretty. And we haven't concealed yet. We're going to use the ColourPop concealer too. And this stuff is affordable. You know, instead of a $60 foundation, you've got a 16 or 18, I don't know, less than $20 bottle of foundation. Sorry, I don't want to lose any of it. I bought this myself, and I'm so glad. Because I tried their foundation balm stick, and the color match was so good. I thought, let me see, let me give it a try. I'm so glad. You just swipe it down. You don't have to press hard. You don't have to do anything. You just swipe it down, and it's making this beautiful airbrush. So I'm going to continue this and finish my face. I don't even remember what I'm talking about. I get so distracted. Got to get some bioidentical hormone there. Isn't the color match amazing? I haven't found a better color match in any foundation since I've been burned. And I've been trying. And I've been mixing it. I've got to show y'all tomorrow. I keep saying I've got to show you Metaluso. We have to talk about the way I've been matching my foundation, which is by using a Pigments by Metaluso, which is in the TikTok shop. Wonderful company that I'm partnering with. And it was the only resolution to my problem because I couldn't find a foundation. And a lot of us can't. Not even Fenty has a cool like this. It's the undertone that's the problem. This rosy, pink, peachy, cool undertone has been defeating me. So, yeah, he set me on fire. And I wasn't forgiving him. He probably felt threatened because I'd gotten a real estate license. And, you know, I had been completely dependent on him for about 5 years at the time because I quit my job. Thank you, Lori. Y'all join the team. Please join my team. I think that helps people see me. Please join the team. Join my fan club, please. Please. Thank you. And remember, you can view the cart for the things I'm using. There is a spatula brush in there, and I'm using the ColourPop foundation. Thank y'all. Join the team. Y'all rock. Isn't that amazing? Ask, and you shall receive. That's something I never could do in life. I'd always be hesitant to ask people to do things. Because when you ask a narcissist, it's always no. Thank you. I'm learning. So he felt threatened in whatever way, but of course that doesn't justify or normalize what he did. There's no way to normalize it because he's not like us. You know, unless you're a narcissist, he's not like us. He doesn't have empathy. He doesn't have a conscience. I've heard another lady say that for, like, you know, she was her husband's conscience for all those years. So was I. And I was still trying to be his conscience after. You know, that's another thing. That's one of your red flags. They don't seem to understand right from wrong. And you'll be like, you can't do that. I would say that all the time. You can't do that. Talking about whatever, just random little things. And he'd be like, oh. And even after we're burned, we're living together, it was so bad. I was still in the house. I didn't know how to get out. I didn't have the resources to leave. I was doing TikTok. I was struggling, right? And I can't work a 9 to 5. I am getting healthier and more stamina. I will say that. I've been going really hard for a couple of weeks. But normally I just get too tired very quickly. I can only do things for a short burst. I got to clean these up. These are ridiculous, but I'm not putting on a new pair. Not wasting a new pair. Oh, I bet I can't even wear my eyebrows for a while after I get the tattoo removal. What are we going to do? No, he's not in jail. He was never questioned. So after it happened, he told the police it was a flare-up. And then I was in a coma for a couple of months. When I woke up, he said it was an accident. I really couldn't remember. He made sure to stay with me 24/7. I thought it was out of love, but now I realize he was, protecting himself, making sure nothing got said that would trigger me, or I didn't say anything to anyone about it after I woke. And I could remember I'd had all these nightmares and things while I was in the coma, all these dreams that I clearly remembered, and I clearly remembered trying to put the stake on. But what I didn't remember was that we had been arguing for 3 weeks prior, and we sat by the fire pit a lot. So, hello. He was fascinated with fire. That's another important thing. 100 degrees outside. He loved fire. Y'all definitely grab the brush. Did you see the application? That's so pretty. And it's so smooth and airbrushed. It's the least amount of foundation with the best coverage. And now we're going to do some concealer. I bring my foundation kind of high up under my eye and then kind of go over it. Be careful with that. The more layers you have for you, the more it can settle into lines. Now we've got the ColourPop concealer, the Pretty Fresh ColourPop creamy concealer. You can get 2 for half the price of whatever brand at Sephora. I've got 153C, which is the same color as my foundation, and 113C for the bright spots. And I'm going to start the bright areas first. So yeah, he told the police in North Georgia that it was an accident, a flare-up, and they closed the case same day. It happened at 8 o'clock at night, and I think the police report said they had closed it by the next morning. No investigation. He's light, I'm not, and in North Georgia that matters. Okay, I mean, these are just facts. So I wanted to believe it because you spend all those years making excuses for them. You're already conditioned to figure out, oh, it's probably my fault. I reached out and got into the stream of lighter fluid. I think I've said that before. I'm just now realizing that right now. Wow. So, yeah, it went on for years. So I was living with him and, defending him, right? When people were like, no, he did that on purpose. I was like, no, he didn't. He wouldn't hurt me. He was messed up, but he wouldn't hurt me. Now, this is even after all those red flags that I didn't identify as red flags over the 15 years before that, right? All those things were happening, but I'm thinking, oh, it's just a tough marriage and I need to do better. I was always trying to fix me so that we wouldn't have these arguments, so that things would be better. I need to fix me because they make it about your reaction. If you wouldn't blow up, what do you get so upset? You're crazy. You are crazy. Get yourself together. Get some medicine. Literally, these are the things that, and I'm sitting around like, well, maybe I am crazy. Maybe I do need medicine. Right? They do convince us it's our fault, and you really start to believe it. That's the difference between lying and gaslighting. When you've been gaslit, you believe that you are the problem. It's not that you believe a lie. You believe that the sky isn't blue. You believe whatever they say because they've manipulated and worked on every weakness that you have. My fear of abandonment after being, I was raised by my grandparents. And I definitely had the fear of abandonment that he played on. And when he's mad, he just disappeared. Literally turn off the phone, disappear all night. Probably was some crack. Oh, okay, never mind. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Ooh, sometimes I get angry. But I'm like, oh, well, he's faithful. And to explain why he's disappearing, in my mind, it was like, well, he has a drinking problem, And so this is what we need to combat. I need to stand by him because he has this drinking problem. And that's wonky. I need to stand by him. So there we were, living in the house. After I got home, I was in the hospital for 6 months, in a coma for 2 months, hospital for 6. And I come home and I'm still dealing with the same kind of thing. Again, the red flags are there. You know, when I wake up from the coma, he's telling me that this is pretty fresh Locket setting spray, peptides and niacinamide, and I'm going to give that a spray to kind of, you don't really need it that much because this concealer is so thick and creamy. I mean, I don't know how they do it. I'm putting a good deal because I want this to be kind of thick so I can blend it out really quickly. I don't feel like doing a lot today. Yeah, I have mods in. Mitzi is in right now, I believe. I don't know if Kat's in. There's mods in the room, I believe. And if there's people saying yucky things, y'all just eat them up. Thank you. I'm so over it. I used to be so upset. I mean, it does hurt your feelings. I mean, don't think that when you're on this side of the camera, you should just ignore the bad behavior. Y'all know what I didn't do? I didn't put on any primer. I got all this way and I did not put on primer. So we'll see how this goes. My makeup will slide right off my face because I don't have, thank you, I don't have pores. So this skin is very tight and smooth. Literally, you'll be wearing makeup 1 minute and the next minute is like, where'd it go? So much. Yeah, I wear primer for that reason. I need it to be sticky, and it makes my face a lot smoother because I use the putty primer. So I do recommend primer for this type of skin. We're just going to lightly dab this out. So, you know, living in the house with him, I think I haven't talked about that side as much. You know, because when I woke up, he's telling me that, you know, he's been, oh, I know, I've been so bad over all these years, and baby, I couldn't stand it when you're in the coma. I see how much you do. I see how hard it is. Because even he would criticize, like, where did all the money go when I'm just paying the bills, but he is out buying rugs. I didn't know that, but he's out buying rugs because he's addicted to H and M. I had no idea. I'm a teetotal, straight-laced, no rugs. My whole life, no rugs. I could drink a lot when I was with him, but no rugs. So I had no idea. I'm doing the light part first. Isn't it pretty? Glad I put that confidence in a cream on. I don't use the It Cosmetics CC cream because I can't get a good color match, but they have some top-notch products, especially for mature skin. Y'all get it. Did y'all get some of that concealer? Look how it's really going. I could go a little bit harder on my forehead, but I'm not going to. I'm learning to kind of embrace my skin as it is. When I'm not wearing makeup, I feel I can put on like eyelashes and lip gloss and just let the skin go. It's healing, and I just feel pretty. I don't know. And no explanation necessary. It's pretty. Maybe other people don't think so. Look at how we're doing. One side, other side. Let's do one side and then the other. So yeah, all these promises when I woke up, and I thought, well, at least, trying to make sense of what had happened to me, I thought, well, at least my marriage is going to be better because it had been that miserable. Can you imagine that? You're waking up, you can't walk, you can't talk, you can't eat or drink, you don't have a face. You literally do not have what is considered in my thing of face. Your mouth doesn't close. It's like that. You don't have nostrils. Your eyes don't close. When your eyes are closed, they look like they do right now. And still, I thought, well, at least this marriage will be better because my life had been that miserable. That's how it is living with a narcissist. It will never get better. If you're in with one and you're trying to figure out how to fix it, they're going to change for you because they love you so much. And every time they do something wrong, then they make it up. They love bomb you again. They bring you flowers and bow down and, you know, and tell you everything you want to hear and do everything you want for 3 days, and then they're back again, you know? So this concealer is excellent, y'all. Definitely, definitely do not sleep on this foundation and concealer. Again, it's very lightweight. Depending on your skin, I really suggest that you put a good moisturizer underneath. We've been separated for over a year, I don't know how long, not a year and a half yet. I couldn't, I stopped sleeping in the bed probably in 2020, early 2023, even before I started doing TikTok, because I had found a bag of rugs and I was like, oh my God, things I'd never seen in my life. But I took a picture of it. I called the police because I was done. He was lying. He was stealing my pain meds. I repeat, stealing my pain meds. How much more evil could you be? You hurt someone and then steal their pain medicine? That's how much they hate you. He does not give two poops if I hurt. After 15 years and building him, you know, there's nothing you can do to make them be good people. They are never going to change. They will only, if you stay with them, 20 years from now, things are going to be exactly the same as they are right now. It will not change. Stealing the pain medicine. And then I got scared. And this is early on, probably, you know, early on, right from the beginning. He could steal it because I couldn't even give myself pain medicine. I couldn't eat or drink or do anything. So I had a tube that he would have to crush it up and put it in. So, and they give you massive amounts of pain pills after a burn, massive amounts. You know, maybe 160 or something at a time. And they're strong because it's that painful. But, you know, that whole time I realized I was in a lot of pain, but that's because he wasn't giving me all my pain pills. It was 2 for me, 2 for him. So he's probably stretching it further in what he's giving me. The primer, is the e.l.f. primer. I didn't use a primer today, but the Confidence in a Cream is in the shop. I mean, yeah. The Confidence in a Cream by It Cosmetics is what I used underneath this. Honestly, it works just fine. You could use any moisturizer, I think, as long as it's well moisturized. And I normally use e.l.f. Putty Primer. Right? I'm just hot right now. Hot flash. Ugh, God. And it's like 70 degrees in here. I don't want to keep, I know I'm not going to be able to afford my electric bill if I keep going. It's California. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but I got to cool off. My favorite products are ColourPop, honestly. And Allies of Skin for skincare, ColourPop makeup. Yeah, Grady's over there. He's being a good boy. 70. Ugh. It is. I don't know what temperature it is outside. The temperature is I don't go outside until 7 p.m. to walk my dog because the sun goes down at 8. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Tanya, also known as Burn Beauty 2018, and I was set on fire by my husband of 15 years. And that happened 6.5 years ago. And I honestly believe I have just been restored so much. When I'm looking in this camera right now, it feels like a miracle. If you saw me before, I have some videos up of me before. I don't know. I'm starting to process out of even looking at what it was 6 years ago. But I think that the recovery that I've made, I mean, I don't give myself credit for that. That's God. But the recovery I've made is just amazing. Hey, hey. Road rage. Road rage is a big, is a big sign. If they're always really angry and you can't figure out why anybody would be that way, you know? Like, why? I need a sponge. I think that's backwards. We're not having a sponge today. That whole thing is backwards. Now I assemble things. The drawer is on the other side. I'm just going to use a powder puff. I just want to blend this a little bit more. Thank y'all. You're in the products. Products are in the cart. Look at ColourPop. It's the best product for your money, in my opinion. It just really wears well. All their products are dope. Good afternoon, everyone. Y'all please share the live. Keep tapping. I'm Burn Beauty, and I'm a DV burn survivor. It was my husband that did it. He was not prosecuted. He was not questioned. I was in a coma. Then I believed that it was an accident. I know I should not have believed it. A lot of people did not believe it. A lot of people told me, but I was so sure. I was so certain, because even though he'd been a jerk for all those years, that doesn't mean he's an unaliver, you know. And you know, we have to use our words carefully on social media, or we get penalized. So being a jerk doesn't mean you could go that far, because I can't imagine ever doing that to someone. Neither can you. And that's why it opens us up to believe it. I thought it was an accident. Oh, you believed it? See, I thought it was an accident, but people are now, it wasn't. Sashu cheek contour, Sashu contour stain in Giving Edge. This is in the TikTok shop. I don't know if this became popular because of the TikTok shop. I love it there, but this is good stuff. And it's a stain, like a lip stain. If you use any of the lip stains that just really stay on, this is that. Don't use too much, is my best advice to you. And contour for your face, not for what you saw somebody do on social, especially not what you saw somebody do on social media. Those are makeup girlies, but most are not makeup artists. So just do you. Do you. This is good stuff. You got to move pretty quickly. I don't want to use a lot today. I don't really feel like being made up. It's hot. I don't know if he is. After I found those rugs, which I think is another sign of narcissism, doing things, you know, like an addictive personality, really. And doesn't mean you're a narcissist because you have an addictive personality, but you know what I'm saying. So after I found them, I was like, you got to do something, because I still hadn't remembered yet, but I was just fed up. It's like, you took my medicine all this time, then you stopped. I literally had my medication changed so it would be something that wasn't fast acting for pain, not fast acting, so he wouldn't take it, right? And because I couldn't stop him from stealing it after I was able to give it to myself. I was locking it up. I finally had my medicine in like a steel, like a cash drawer with a key, because anything else he would crack open. Seriously. So after I found it, there's that Sashu stain. I'm a big fan of Sashu. They're the ones that do the lip stain. I don't know if I have that with me, but I might try that today. It never looks the same on me as it does on, people making videos. It doesn't show up, so maybe I didn't get the right color or something. but we will try it because I kind of want my makeup to be on. I want my dog. Friend's going to come over and assemble like a closet thing with me. Look how pretty. Just blend it out. It blends out really easily because it's a stain, a liquid. It's not a cream. You don't need too much. Get the look you want. Isn't it pretty? And I saved my nose for last because it sits kind of quickly. So I would not leave that sitting on my nose until I can get to it. We have legit got to pick my lipstick color with Metaluso. I've been saying that. Haven't gotten it done. I just found all my samples that I have, and maybe that's something we can do tomorrow. Instead of a full face of makeup, we need to create a product. Pick a product for me. It's pretty. A little bit more right here. Because my face is round and wide, if you hit the shadow right here, you will narrow it. Contour is just shadows, right? Makeup is shadows and light. Makeup is shadows and light only. That looks good. No primer. Yeah, it wasn't he set me on fire. Yeah. On purpose. I thought it was an accident all that time, but it wasn't. The memories came back. I suppressed all the memories, and I've suppressed a lot of memories in my life because I've dealt with a lot of abandonment and trauma long as a child. And suppression is the key to is one of my defense mechanisms, my main one. See how I've got a chin all of a sudden? Isn't that good? Or like a jawline. See the shadows, the way that casts? It's good. Actually, this one looks good. That one looks a little wonky. My face is so different now. I have to deal with that. Everybody's face is uneven, but being recreated and the way it heals, super uneven. See what we did there? Oh, that pointy chin. He did not get arrested. You're welcome. I want to tell my story because I hope it helps someone else realize that they really have to get out, that you really can't keep trying to fix it, that there is no, that they are doing it on purpose. None of it is an accident. They chose you because they could break you. They don't love you. They hate you. And I slept with the enemy for 15 years. So after I found the drugs, he's like, oh, I'm going to get help. And he went to the Methadone clinic, but he didn't go to any kind of inpatient treatment or whatever. So I just kind of disconnected with him at that point and started working really hard to figure out how I was going to survive at 50-something years old and disabled and no money left. He's ruined that because I haven't been in charge of the finances for years since he burned me. Right? He's blowing it all on rugs and strippers and I don't know what, right? And I couldn't even really keep up with it. I was just at home trying to heal. So that's when I started really leaning into my social media as a business. Before that, I didn't even think I deserved anything. I was like, I'll earn money and I'll just donate it to my charity, my nonprofit. I didn't realize that it could be a business that could sustain me at the time. I didn't realize that. We're going to do more contour because I got to do my nose. Rugs start with a D. I can't say those words or I get, or the thing will kick people out and restrict the live. D, rugs. Yeah, I'm so proud to be thriving. I know he didn't think I could. I'm sure of that. And I think it really bothered him, and I didn't realize why. Before I remembered everything, I was recovering, and I started doing social media, and things started picking up. Like I started to gain a following. And I thought he would be like proud of me, right? But, oh, this is the same flat brush. It's so good for your nose. Same spatula brush. Check my TikTok shop. The one I'm using is by It Cosmetics, but that is not in the TikTok shop. So I chose one. It's the same. So, yeah, I thought he'd be proud, but he wasn't. He went to the Emidome clinic, but I think he abused that. At that point, I kind of checked out. I didn't care what he was doing. I just cared to grow my, I got to do this before it says. I just cared to grow my social media and grow myself and heal. So I checked out completely. Like, no, I'm not dealing with you. I can't believe you've been on this, doing this whole time. Things are getting worse. You said things were going to be better, and things are getting worse. So then I think he got kicked out of the Emidome clinic. I don't know. I stopped talking to him. I think I was in Seattle at a premiere of a painting of me that was done. That's really cool. It's about to be hung in the Seattle Tacoma airport. Look up Grace Athena Flott. No, I don't talk to him at all. There was a restraining order. Grace Athena Flott did a painting of me and some other burn survivors, and the Port of Seattle bought it. So I was in Seattle having a great time, and he sent me a message like, oh, well, because he's watching Grady. That's the only reason I would talk to him. If I go out of town and he's with Grady, then I need to call to check on Grady. So he used that opportunity to tell me that, a little bit of contour in here, to tell me that he was going to change to another rug that's supposed to help. What's it called? Something like Oxone. I don't know. Anyway, he was going to switch to that. And I was like, oh, why? And he, I don't know. I've got to find a new doctor. And that's when I knew that he had abused the Emidome. Grady's on the couch over here. Oh, Grady is my dog. I don't know if you said where's Grady or who's Grady. Grady is my angel. We're putting the contour on the lid. I really love this sachet stain. You can do it gently, just use that. My kids are grown. So yeah, he's switching meds. And then I realized, like you could abuse that one med and he'd surely gotten kicked out, because if not, if they just thought he needed to change medication, they would have just given him a different medication. So I don't know if he ever sobered up or not. I know his behavior never changed. And he continued to try to, hey y'all, to make people think I was the bad guy. Now, he's doing all the stuff, all the bad things, but he's telling people that I'm doing all the bad things. So if he's on rugs, then he's telling people that I'm on rugs. I didn't realize that until maybe last year, because there was some really odd text that I went back and looked at, and it hit me like, oh, wait a minute. He's setting that text up, because he would say something completely crazy, and I'd be like, what? He's setting the text up to show people, like, oh, please don't go out driving drunk. And I'm like, that's what he did. He drove around Atlanta forever in a giant Nissan Titan. I would be so upset. You come home at 2 a.m. and you're driving yourself and you're plastered. And he did that forever. He's one of those people that would say, oh, I drive better that way. Just a sick puppy, Yep, I'm always doing button nose. I'm always going to do a button nose, because it actually is a button nose. It is a button nose. That's what they created for me, see? Can you believe that? Top surgeons, some of the top surgeons in the world, one of the top surgeons in the world, top facelift surgeons, Dr. Mani in Beverly Hills, and a team he put together. I'm living the button nose. I would welcome in. Yeah, he is restoring me inside out. Welcome in. I'm Burn Beauty 2018, and I was set on fire by my husband of 15 years at the time. So when I got fed up with him, I think that's when the healing journey began, because I realized how alone I was You know, like I'm truly like this is it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was still walking with a cane. I was just crazy. Yeah, he did a beautiful job, and he did it for he donates his efforts. Thank y'all. Sashu. Here we go. I never know which end to open. That's the only problem. I pulled off the wrong end one time. Sashu cheek stain, and this color is I'm bold. I only have one. I need to get another one. I need to get another. Look at Mitzi in there. She knows what's next now. We get in a groove. I'm bold, baby. Like, don't do a lot. It's very, very pigmented. Touch lightly. And again, this is a stain, just like your lip. Actually, I'm going to do my lip. I forgot to do my Benetint so that I can have a pink upper lip, because my upper lip isn't really a lip, so I always wear Benetint. And my bottom lip has a skin graft on top of it that makes it dark. There's a lady that's going to tattoo it away in a couple of days. I'll be real proud to have that, and some eyeliner. Grady's doing great. He's on the couch. As long as I walk him every day, I'm thinking his dog walker will be back. Be able to take him out tomorrow, because he really needs that. He needs to go out and socialize. I still haven't talked about the red flags. I only talked about one. Constant criticism in a situation you don't understand why you're being criticized. That's where, this is where it starts to fall apart. It's not direct, but it's there. Like they ignore you. Like you walk out and your friend walks out and you're both ready and they say, oh, wow, you look beautiful, to the other person. Don't say anything to you. You might think that's nothing, but when done often enough, it's like, well, what the hell is wrong with me? I don't think he ever complimented me. Ever did he say, oh, wow, you look great. And, people don't have to say that, but your partner in life, when you've really made an effort, usually does. People, you deserve that. You deserve that in your partner. I'm bold. Sashu, cheek stain. I like to get all up in here. Y'all know me. I'm going to put it all up in my eye for sure. I've got a lot today. I'm further out. You don't want to go past like right here. If you're older, actually, I don't think you should go there anyway, but definitely not if you're older. Don't get into your jowls. Right? Thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all keep tapping. We're supposed to get 250,000 likes. So Tuesday, see, it's a slow day, so we might not do Tuesdays anymore. We might do Monday, Wednesday. We got to see. We got to make it make sense, because the goal is I'm running a business and we need to reach the most amount of people, because I had no idea that being, kind of backhanded compliments and, the way he would drive and it felt scary and he still wouldn't stop even if I asked. Then there's corn that they watch. Excessive watching of corn. I don't know that you need it anyway. It's not, whatever. But doing it so much that it seems like an addiction. Then if we went to a casino, he had to do it so much. Everything was an addiction. He literally addicted to everything. I think he got mad at me one time, which always mad at me because that's his excuse to go somewhere, and lost $20,000 at the casino in one night. We play high stakes blackjack. Hey, he didn't do any time. Y'all, these crimes against women or domestic crimes are some of the least prosecuted crimes. And he didn't even get questioned. Look at me. I said, don't get up in there. Now I'm up in there because I'm looking kind of rosy and cute. Maybe today's look is just going to be liner and just kind of rosy and cute. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to try not to put on any dang eyeshadow. Yeah, he wasn't questioned. They believed it was an accident. They didn't investigate. He said it was a flare-up, and he actually told several different stories. One to the police, one to the paramedic, and several different ones to the hospital. Like at one point, I just got my medical records last year, and at one point he tells them that the doctor notes, says she caught on fire at some point, but he doesn't know when. And we're sitting right beside each other in a space not any bigger than this, and I'm on fire enough for my face to be completely burned off. Literally, I have no eyelids, I have no nose, I have no lips. My arms are burned, and he doesn't know when I caught fire. If you were sitting beside somebody that caught fire, you would immediately chop them. No, I didn't forgive him. I did not forgive him. Who are you? Let me look and see. Because I just told you what I did. I didn't, but there are people who do. I saw a lady who, I don't know if her husband shot her. I don't know what he did to her, but it was awful, and she didn't say anything about it. She immediately remembered, and she didn't, because that happens. Oh, for sanity, no. I'm completely sane, and I'm real good with... I had to work to forgive me. That was a big deal. That's what I had to get to for my sanity. Because I was like, how could I? Because in retrospect, it's like, what are you doing? What were you thinking? What were you doing? And I struggled with that. During the time I haven't been on TikTok, I was really struggling with that. I'm working on that. Right now, I've got to work on the divorce because I need money. Really, really a lot. I'm going to live my dream here in Los Angeles, but it's very expensive. And it's my first time living on my own in my life. And I'm 52 years old. I went from my grandparents' house to my first husband to, I got an apartment after I got divorced the first time, and then he was basically moved in within about a month, because that's another thing they do. Love bombing you. It seems too good to be true. It isn't. If it seems too good to be true, then it's not true. They love bomb. They want to move in with you very quickly, because nobody falls in love faster than a narcissist with nowhere to live. Nobody falls in love faster. So I had a place. I just got my first place, and he moved in. That's another thing. Watch out for that. It's one of the common traits of a narcissist. They want to get married to you very quickly. Get married very quickly or whatever. Everything has to be fast. They want to try to hook you and get you involved before you figure out who they are. Jesus. Hold on. There's nothing there. It's okay, Grady. Grady. I don't hear anything. The Ring camera doesn't say anything. Yeah, it's like Grady. I hear somebody talking. They're just outside. They're out front. We are not, neither one of us is accustomed to living on a major street where people actually walk by. It's crazy the way California is. I live in subdivisions in the country. Grady, honey. It's okay. Stop it. Oh, you're being defiant now. He's got his little lip curled up a certain way. Grady, I'm sorry it scared you. You scared me. All right, let me just, hold on. Hold on. Okay, what's up? Nothing. Good boy. Lay down. Lay down. He won't stop until I go look to see what it is. He wants to alert. There is, okay, so I'm in a place that's so expensive, y'all. It's like this little house is very expensive. It's thousands of dollars to rent here. And it was the only place I could rent because I didn't have like credit. It's a good place, but a very kind landlord who wanted to help me. And it's just amazing the way God puts people in my life, but it's very expensive. And we're still on a major thoroughfare. Like if you were to turn the corner and go down the quiet street, it would be thousands more, you know? So I'm in a good neighborhood, but we're not used to hearing people sounds. And last night when I walked Grady, there's like an apartment building right to my right, which is good because Grady howls and stuff. So nobody will be bothered by the howling. Look, oh, this powder, the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur setting powder. I'm in honey. Am I in honey? Translucent honey. I love this stuff. And I always have to tell y'all every time, I've been using a sponge on my under eye, but if you have lines and things, mine are hard, right? But if you have soft ones, please use a brush on your under eye. I'm just really enjoying using this little Huda Beauty sponge currently. And I don't have all my brushes, but anyway, we're walking and there's an apartment building there. And I was looking at my phone, like getting my, hey Siri, turn on outdoor walk, all the things. And Grady barked like that. And I'll be darned if there wasn't a woman standing there behind the dumpster with no pants. She was like changing. She was homeless. She had her pants off. She's behind the dumpster. She had a box. And this looks great. This Ultra Blur powder is, Laura Mercier is the queen of the setting powder anyway. The original queen of setting powder. Nobody's going to beat her. Grady's a chocolate lab and half German short hair pointer, half chocolate lab. But he barked and I almost jumped out of my skin. He scared her and then she yelped and it scared me. And then she stood out front. She kept walking back in front of the house for like an hour. And she wasn't mean or anything. She was like, oh, she looked at me because I have a gate, a metal gate. She looked at me and after we walked by, after I was coming home, and she said, oh, something with your face. You're so beautiful. But she then continued to walk around. I'm just not used to it. So I need to look when Grady barks because there is actually stuff going on out there, And if you don't look when he barks, it doesn't make sense. He won't stop. Now he laid down. Thank you. Are y'all adding products? This Laura Mercier powder. If you haven't tried it, this is Ultra, Ultra Blur. Let's do it with a brush on my... So yeah, see? Do you have those nasolabial folds? This is where you get them. I really like that with a brush. You can use a sponge, but I really that with a brush. Hey Heidi, thank you. Thank you all for your products. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the live. I appreciate y'all so much. So anyway, yeah, point being, I've got to work. It's expensive, but it's my dream. And I've got to focus on the divorce settlement that he's dodging. He's dodging doing anything. A little on your eyelid, especially if you're going to do any shadow, because it just makes it easier to blend. It's good when it's sticky and it'll stay on a long time without powder, but you have to blend so long. I did hear something that time, Grady. We just got to get used to it, baby. So before I can really focus on his justice, I needed to focus on where we're going to live. We can't be homeless. I don't have a big stockpile of money. My kids are grown. They're 28 and 29. I've been calling them out. I mean, I've been making these videos since I got to a safe place. You can't speak out about this until, if you're in the same situation, you do not speak out until you get to safety. They will come and end you. They will go, you create a narcissistic wound, and a narcissistic wound is dangerous. When they feel wronged by your action and you let people know that they are not who they pretend to be, now it's on. So everyone warned me of that because I worked with a DV organization. So I was doing the lives and I was being quiet, wasn't speaking out about it publicly. And yeah, wasn't speaking out about it publicly. And now I still have to look over my shoulder because the man who set me on fire is walking free. But trust me, his day will come. It hasn't been ignored. I've contacted a lot of people about it, and they haven't taken the actions that I wanted, but I also couldn't continue to pursue it because I just had 5 surgeries in between November and March to reconstruct my nose. So I made it, it's me time. Yeah, I'm going to wear lashes. Right now I'm going to use Anastasia brow powder. I don't know if it's in the TikTok shop. Let me look before y'all get after me. I'm now learning how to do this. Is this Community Fest? Am I in Community Fest? I can't see y'all right now. I'm looking for a product. I guess everything is in the TikTok shop now. Right? Everything. I'm clicking on this. Y'all keep talking. Please keep liking and sharing, because just the chat that you all are having for if you're a survivor of something like this, it will help someone else. Because I didn't know. I didn't know that all those things, all those red flags were emotional abuse. I had no idea. I found it. Anastasia, Beverly Hills. Put my brow powder in. I don't know if it's added to the live. Yep, it is. Look at me doing business out here. I'm not afraid anymore. Look at me. 26-year-old. I feel great. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder. I'm in dark brown. Dark brown. And it's a dual powder, so you can do an ombre. I've been using this for I don't know how long, ever since it was created. Because Anastasia is the queen. By the way, I saw the original, actually my doctor is across the street from the original Anastasia Beverly Hills location. And I've been afraid to go in because I don't have any natural brows. I want to go in. And on another platform, they were talking and I made a comment about it. And they were like, please come in, please come see us. So I'm going to go to Anastasia Beverly Hills next time I see Dr. Monty. I've literally been peeking through the window like, what are they doing in there? They were like, oh, it's a full store. You can shop. You don't have to lay down and get your brows done. Pretty cool. I'm living a dream that I dreamt many, many years ago. And I'm trying to remind myself of that. I got here a pretty hard way, right? I didn't expect to be burned. I didn't expect to suffer, with the narcissist for all those years. I didn't expect to suffer emotional abuse. These brows are so raggedy, y'all. They are getting thrown out, but I'm not going to waste a new pair. I've got to take them off Thursday, so I'm wearing them until then. They don't look bad, but they don't look good either. Thank you. My ring, Nipsey gave me this. And this one I gave myself after I was able to get my wedding rings off. I bought a ring for myself because that finger felt a little naked. I've been married since I was 23, basically. Yeah, let's get the numbers up. Thank you. Please please share. I think it's always lower when you have products in, but also it's lower until I get into a groove. And I've been kind of sporadic with my lives. And if you're doing lives and trying to grow your platform, really important that you have a schedule, at least a loose schedule, so people can tune in, because not everyone is going to be notified when you're live. Not all your followers, not all your subscribers are going to be notified. I don't know why. That seems ridiculous to me, but it just doesn't happen that way. What's the point of subscribing then, right? What are the other red flags? My face feels good. This looks good, right? It's not too much. All the stains, the sachet stains, they will wear all day, which is really good for me because of the way my makeup comes off. Let me see if I can find the lip thing. I don't know if I brought it. I don't have all my makeup. Where is my makeup? I thought I just saw it the other day. That's a new lip oil. Guess not. I guess we're not. Okay, we are definitely not. But we can wear my Fenty, my favorite lippy Fenty Riri. The velvet one that's hard to put on. That's all I want in my face today. Is some eyeliner and some lipstick. Next we're going to do the, I've been using this ColourPop eyeliner all week. And I really, really love it. I got it in the color Grwm, which is a dark brown. And it's a gel tip liner. And it's great. Yeah, I'm gonna wear the same lashes. I haven't found all my lashes yet, so I'm gonna wear the same one. Not found, I haven't unpacked them yet. So I'm gonna wear the same ones as yesterday, I think. My favorite ones are those ones y'all go crazy over. But I don't think I have another pair. I have to buy more from the TikTok shop. Love the TikTok shop. Yeah, here we go. It's pretty easy, and the dark brown is nice, right? You don't have to be so harsh with the black. I love black eyeliner. Deep, deep black, there's a place for it. But if you're doing soft glam, you can really, dark brown is just my favorite. My favorite way to soft glam. Hello, everyone. Hey, Honesty Speaks. Oh, well, I left. Well, let's be clear. First, I had to understand that all the things that have been happening were narcissism, because I still, I wanted to leave, but I didn't really realize how much danger I was in. So working with a DV shelter, I understood that. The reason I didn't go to the DV shelter is because I couldn't take Grady. You have to put him in a kennel. And Grady is just, he's what I get up for, He's my emotional support. I don't think I would be here without him, because he was the reason I got up every day as I was healing, And so I wasn't going to leave Grady, and a lot of women won't. There is a shelter here that now in LA that accounts for that. I can't remember what the program is called, but they allow people to come in and bring their pet, because they know a lot of people are going to stay in danger. So I did. After I remembered, I was there like a year or more, sleeping downstairs on the couch, just afraid. But I kept working because I thought, I've got to get my way out of here, I have to get my way out. I've got to work my way out. And this one is the ColourPop traced out eyeliner. Not traced, I don't know what it's called. ColourPop cream gel liner in Grwm. And so yeah, I kept working, and an organization called Face Forward International saw me do an advertisement for Allies of Skin. And in that advertisement, I told my story, but I didn't, at that point, I wasn't able to say that it was DV, because I was still in the house. People told me he will end you if he realizes you're going to say it out loud, because he was already he already knew that I remembered, because I wasn't safe about it. I wasn't smart. I got angry. I said some things I shouldn't have, and he knew. So he started like trying to do the smear campaign against me so people wouldn't believe me. So there I was, kind of stuck, right? And Face Forward International saw my advertisement, and even though I didn't say it was DV, a couple of the executive director's friends saw it because it was viral. They were like, man, she would be really good to bring in and help her and bring awareness to Face Forward International, because that's the goal. They want to help people, but you want to help as many people as possible. So theoretically, you should put people in that will bring a lot of awareness so you can raise money to help a lot more people. You've got to have people like me in the place that have a platform, you know? So they recommended it. If we bring a lot of people, I'm the U.S. ambassador now, bring a lot of people from Africa and Asia and all over the world, and do reconstructive surgery for free. So when they contacted me, for some reason, they sent, one of her friends sent me an email, one of the executive director's friends, who was helping, bring awareness. And he told me what they did, and I thought that he wanted me to be an ambassador and help bring awareness, but I didn't realize that they could help me, because I had been told it'd be too dangerous to try to do my nose. Like, oh, you could lose the whole nose, because the burn doctor just didn't want to do it, right? But I didn't know that. So when he emailed me and said, we help survivors of DV and trafficking and violent crimes, I said, yeah, I'd love to get involved. And I was like, it's not publicly known yet, but my ex did this to me on purpose, or my husband did this to me on purpose. So I understand, and I really want to help. And I was like, so it's an amazing coincidence that you reach out to me, because I'm trying to get to a point where I can speak about it. I told that to a complete stranger by email, because it wasn't a secret. I just couldn't say it publicly. People around me knew. My friends knew what was going on. I just couldn't tell the world. And when I did that, that really opened it up for them to be able to help me. Because if it hadn't been DV, human trafficking, or violent crime, they wouldn't have been able to help me. Because that's not what they do, The nonprofit has to have a goal. So he said, well, let's set up a meeting. Let me introduce you to the executive director. Put an email, and it's like, okay. I was like, great, we'll meet. Because again, I'm thinking they want me to help. I put it off for like 2 weeks, and then we had a Zoom meeting, and she said, looking at your story is a lot, but it looks like it was an accident. And she knew it wasn't, because my content had gotten more and more vague as I was making it. Before I made the announcement, I would just be like, I got burned. I wouldn't say it was an accident anymore, because I wasn't going to say that. That was part of why I stopped doing TikTok. I wasn't going to sit and lie, And so she noted, it's gotten a little more vague. And I was like, yeah. And it's funny. It's like, it wasn't really an accident. And she went, oh. Because her friend didn't even tell her. He didn't betray my trust from that email. He just told her, why don't you ask her about it? Why don't you ask her about it? Why don't you talk to her and just ask her what's going on? And so when I told her, within a few minutes, she was like, yeah, because we're looking at you, and you're really beautiful, and your skin grafts have healed so well. But we could really help you around your eyes and your nose. And I immediately said yes. No thought. It's like, I didn't have to move here, but the doctor had said you need to stay at least 3 to 4 months. And I'm able to do that. I don't have a job. I work. All I need is internet, right? I mean, I have a job, but I don't have anywhere I have to be other than where I want to be. So I said yes. And hey. And came here, and before they confirmed, they were like, it's like, oh, the doctor said maybe 6 months. Can you stay that long? I was like, sure. Because I knew it was getting me out of there to safety. And as soon as I got here and got settled, I started speaking out. It took me a few weeks before I could even feel safe. I got here and I wouldn't even make content for a few weeks because, dang it, because the background would look different. You know, I was like, he didn't know I'd left. He didn't know I left Georgia. And he had been trying to get in touch with me, even though there was a no contact order at that point, a no contact agreement. But he was breaking it because they break those. They don't care. Those are just paper. And he had showed up at the house, and I went to sleep every night afraid that he was going to burn the house down, you know? I'm trying to make this like smudgy little liner, smudgy little wing so it's soft, and but I'm distracted by what I'm saying. So once I got here, I made a video, and they even brought in like a publicist to talk to me about it, and she's like, you really need to consult legal counsel since we weren't divorced yet. And I couldn't, I was just like, no, I don't care what happens. I'm going to work. I'm going to have to earn money anyway. He's paying temporary alimony that he had to pay until June. And now he's dodged service and stopped paying that. He's just like a pig. You know, it's like you set me on fire and then you dodge service. I mean, he's just the worst human, horrible. I don't know what to say. And then if I'd gotten to court, I could have asked for an extension of the temporary alimony. So that's what I'm saying is I've got to focus on the money first. I don't know why I keep losing my voice. Good night. That's it. That's what I feel, Dina. Sorry, I can't see very well. He's just evil. I didn't put the glue on my lashes. I'm only wearing lashes today. Actually, you know, let me try these Lily lashes. I'm not fond of these. I bought them, and I'm disappointed that I bought them. What did I do with them? Maybe not if I don't know what I did with them. Been organizing. Maybe not. Gotta get this done. It's hard when it's only you. Hold on a minute, y'all. Okay, this is a trial. I'm not going to try to find them in the shop. I tried them once and I was not fond. They were very hard to apply. I did like that they came with this cool lash case and compact where you can take them off and put them in here. This is super nice. I need to put that in my bag. Love that. But I paid a lot for these lashes. Probably, I got 3 pairs of these. Probably $60 to $80 for 3 because they're mink. I think they're mink. Sultry Invisible Band. They were hard for me to apply, and maybe it was because I was just nervous. I threw the other pair away, and they're $20. So that's how I feel. Not putting them in a cart. We're just going to do a trial because I have lashes in there in my TikTok shop cart that are $2 for a strip, and I wear them all the time. Yeah, I have my dog. He's on the counter. I mean, where is he? He's on the couch. Right there. He's sleeping while he watches What Would You Do? You know that show? What would you do in a situation? You know what? I do look better in red hair. I love to wear blonde, but I really look good in red, don't I? You hold your head high? Yeah, labs are sweet. Are y'all liking? Are y'all sharing? Are y'all shopping? Y'all need anything? Y'all know I can't see very well. My moderators do everything. How do you open this? Spawn. I hope I like them this time. I was trying to find a lash that I could wear with extended wear that would be very lightweight, no band, because my dream would be to wake up with like lashes and just looking normal. Normal, not normal. I keep using that word. Looking like my natural self used to look. I just want to have 2 eyes, some lashes, eyebrows, a nose, and a mouth. That's all I want. Hello. Hello, UK. Thank you. Y'all keep tapping. I don't see a lot of taps. Tippity tap, 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 tap. I gotta get my ratings back up. I need to read. I'm with Blue Shift Creative. They're my manager, TikTok manager, and they are the best out there. And I need to get caught up on what's going on TikTok in my Discord. They sent me a message to do that, so I need to get caught up so I can figure out how to run this rig. I'm gonna have a red wig installed. I have to send pictures to my new talent agent that I just signed with. I'll still be with Blue Shift for TikTok, but regular talent agent. And they want a picture of you the way you wake up in the morning. That bugs me. So I'm getting, you have to send those pictures. You have to send your professional photos, then a picture of how you look in the morning. And so I'm getting tattooed, but it won't be done before my photo shoot or before I have to submit the stuff to the agent. So I have to do that by August 5th. But they're going to re-tattoo my brows. I'm scared about that because these brows look really good. They're going to remove the old ones, and then I'm going to think about whether I want new ones at all because these are good. But this woman is good too. She's best of the best. But will my skin hold the ink? I don't know. She said they have to do it over and over again. Instead of just doing it twice, it will need to be done over and over and over again. And I don't know. So if I don't have lashes, if you have liner tattooed, if I had this tattooed on me, look at the difference it makes, Thank you. And the lip blush. I want my lips to be pink. I want to have my eyes defined. I'm excited to be living the way I am. In the beginning, I just wanted, basic features to come back. It was hard to lose everything, especially at 50 years old, and you've lost it all. You don't have any money. You're disabled. You don't have a job. You don't have anywhere to live. Your kids are grown, but I would never, ever bother them. And by bother, I mean I'm only 50-something. They need to live their lives. They are just starting. They worked hard for their life, and I would never, ever want to do that. So I'm also working hard to get back in shape physically, because as we're aging, who's going to take care of you? Who's going to take care of you? Take care of yourself as much as you can. So exercising again, eating better, trying to lose weight. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? How did I get back to this point in 6 years? You got to believe. I mean, a lot of it is believing beyond what you can even imagine, and that's called faith. Because every time I get worn down and I get discouraged, but and I think I can't do it. I'm not going to find a place to live. I'm not going to do this. I don't know what to do. And when I surrender, then it happens. And it happens something much bigger than what I was even trying to get happens. And that's been happening for the past 6 years. For my whole life, but I'm really noticing it now in the past 6 years. What lash is this? I know I'm not going to like this lash. It's the sultry lash by Lily Lashes. I'm sorry, Lily Lashes. I think you're overrated. Yeah, keep believing. I've lost my place. I think I'm just going to do some blush and a lip. Oh, I didn't do my powder right. Hold on, let me finish my powder. I like looking healthy and I like feeling healthy. So I'm really determined you're going to see some big physical changes happening. Right now, I'm just building endurance that I didn't think I would ever have again. What in the world? I've been going for 2 weeks straight with physical things like moving. And before, I could only, if I went to the doctor one day, I would be exhausted for 2 days, literally in bed, can't do anything. That's where it started. And if you're at that point, you just got to keep going because it gets better. Everything gets better. Everything always gets better. That's the Laura Mercier setting powder again. My nose, I didn't get my nose done as well today. I don't like the brown on the tip of my nose, and I didn't have primer. So that's why primer. Yeah, I'm building my endurance to my best. Yes, I love cardio. I was always in very good shape my whole life, and gaining all this weight really hard on my body. And, you know, where am I going to be? I'm okay now, but I still need to stand up straight. I need to stretch. I need to cross my legs and have flexibility, because if I don't, how am I going to live the rest of my life the way that I want to? I don't feel like I want to be with anyone right now. I've been married my whole life. So I really want to just be able to take care of me. And you can't, this is so bright pink. I know it's a little crazy, but I'm feeling frisky. Feeling frisky. Sometimes I get a little cray-cray. This is ColourPop pressed powder. ColourPop pressed blush, and it's in my TikTok shop. I think this, oh, that color is called Flamingo. I did take them out of the case so I could put them in my own palette, because I'm obsessed with putting makeup in palettes and depotting things. I want a very light look. That's really super pink, really pretty. Go get uncomfortably high with your blush and you'll get big rewards, you know? Much higher. Your blush actually belongs much higher than you think it does. You know, back in the day, we'd have that blush right down here. Get it higher, especially as you're aging. Bring it up. I feel like I'm out of steam today. You know, I've been talking a lot, and I'm all in my head right now. I'm kind of like out of it. I don't know. I am tired. Oh, you know what it is? I'm tired. So if you're seeing red flags and you're watching social media and you're seeing all these things that resemble your relationship, but you're like, I wonder if he's really a narcissist. The glue is getting tacky on my lashes. That's how long lashes need to sit. That's how long they need to sit. Don't try to put them on immediately, or you're just going to they're not going to stick. I got to get them in a minute because I did use Duo lash glue. Now I've got ColourPop powder contour. We got to get some more brown. There we go, see? Lightly here, don't mess up your blush. I definitely have a difference from not having on my for not priming. I've already almost lost this makeup. But it's okay, I'm not going anywhere. Bless you all. I don't do individual lashes because I haven't, I don't know what to do. I don't have any natural lashes for them to adhere to, and I haven't tried putting on strips just stuck to my eye. I need to try that because I would really, really love to wake up with eyelashes. This has been happening all for about a week now. I am getting tired. I've been doing a lot. All right. So if you're a survivor, listen, you don't need to know if they're technically a narcissist. What you need to do is start devising a plan when you see the red flags. You know, you actually need to talk to a domestic violence organization because they're going to understand what is going on and they're going to be able to help you understand what is going on. And even if you're not trying to get out to a shelter, they will let you talk to people who understand. See, I don't like these lashes. I don't like you. Maybe it's not enough for me. Is that what it is? These are supposed to be their sultry big lash, and it's just like nothing. I don't think I can wear this. Y'all like it? Everybody's like, nice lashes. And I'm like, I don't think I can wear this. I don't think I can be seen in public. Disappointed. Would not buy again. 1 out of 10. Would not buy again. It's just not enough for me, right? Oh, did they not stay for you either? Yeah, it's short. We'll put some dang mascara on it if I can find it. It's just short for me. I'm not going to wear it. I'm sorry. That was a waste of money and glue. I do not like Lily lashes. I'm going to save them for like when I want to do a natural look or something. Because if that's the biggest lash they got, that's ridiculous. I actually got them to try to wear all the time to sleep in so that I could wake up with a natural lash. But I just can't do it. It's not glam enough for me. Uh-oh. Where are my lashes? Where did I put you? I need to find all my lashes. I'll use these because I have them out. These are great. They're in the TikTok shop. They're in my cart and they're glam. So we're going to put glue on these and then finish my face. And then put them on. These are like $2 for the whole thing too. They're a cat eye, crisscross cat eye. They're gorgeous. Look in my cart, in my little thing if you want them because they, I tell everybody I like to put the lashes in my cart and I'll put maybe like 5 of them because they're only $2 each. And then I'll wait until I order something else from the TikTok shop so that I can combine it. I don't want to do shipping or anything. Or pay for shipping for something so inexpensive. But I might buy 10 things of lashes at a time because I wear them every day. And I only use them every day. Oh, I haven't tried the Dollar Tree. I need to go over to the Dollar Tree because I don't have a pot, a pan, a fork, a nothing. I don't have a thing. I just got a text from somebody that they contacted their family member who happens to be a very high-powered individual in the Northern District of Georgia. So you see what I'm talking about, karma? Because I was in North Georgia when nothing happens. I just saw the text come up. Karma is... I don't mess with karma. I don't mess with God. God saw that. God saw that. You cannot escape that. You can dodge service, but you can't dodge God. I tell you that. Not today. I had an Amazon wish list, but I've already bought a bunch of the things on it, so I need to revamp it. Oh, you want to say, oh, that's amazing. I'll fix my Amazon wish list, but y'all don't have to send me things. I'm trying to just say thank you because I'm currently being taught to graciously accept instead of not thinking I deserve something when someone offers it or offers a gift or offers help. I will normally just say, oh no, not me. I don't need it. And that's a matter of how we perceive ourselves. So Face Forward International has told me repeatedly, graciously accept. graciously accept. So if you look at my Amazon wish list right now, it ain't right. I put a bunch on it that I had to buy. I guess I didn't have to, but I did buy because I didn't own anything. I left everything in a storage unit in Georgia. And now I realized that it's not worth moving it, having it moved across the country. Thank you. The clover necklace, I wish I knew the maker. I bought it like at a little kiosk at a fundraiser in the OC. I'll make it because I don't have I have paper plates, plastic forks, no pot, no pan. I just got a dish scrubber yesterday because I was tired of using paper towels. And I do have a dishwasher, but you want to wash things a little before. And yeah, it's hard for me to let people do for me. My whole life I have done for others. And so now I'm trying to be retrained that you can give and receive. Hard for me though. Just my whole life has programmed me to not think people should do for me. And my grandma was good to me, make no mistake. My grandma and grandpa that raised me, they were very good to me. It just has to do with the abandonment issue with my mother and being afraid to ask for things. And then really you top that off with the narcissist. Every time you ask them for something, it's a guaranteed no. Can you do this around the house? No. What's wrong with you? I don't have time for that, or whatever. Or they say they will and they won't. So eventually you stop asking. And that's why it's important that I learn that it's okay to ask people when you need help. Hey, it's important. Because of accepting the help of people, I have this place. And then someone donated movers so we could get here. This is just bronzer. My ColourPop bronzer that I always use to contour my eye even when I'm not wearing shadow. Makes a difference, right? So, yeah, thank you. I'll put that together. I know, it's just hard. It's hard for me. I'm a giver. That's the thing. Like, I just don't expect anything. I love y'all, though. I do need pots. I don't really cook, though. See, the thing is, I'm afraid of the stove, of the gas stove, so I never turn it on. I have a little oven that I cook everything in, like one of those little, thank you for joining the team, one of those little emerald ovens, that's electric on my counter. So I use that, and I heat up meals that are made that I order and stuff. But I need to be able to, like I wanted eggs, and I don't have a pan. I don't have an egg either. I was going to buy eggs, but then I was like, what would I cook it with? Isn't the bronzer beautiful? That was the ColourPop pressed bronzer. And I did buy that as a single from ColourPop. You can buy single shadows and singles. Just like MAC is a makeup artist brand. Really, and it's affordable because makeup doesn't need to be expensive. You just need to apply it right. Different, or how you do. So I bought my eyeshadows in colors that I've been just obsessed with. I have a lot of palettes, but most of them just don't get used. Or you only use a few colors. I've been telling everyone, how many of the colors do you use in your palette? Not many. Oh, the case, this is a magnetic palette for putting singles in. Let me clean it up. But I got it on Zon. I have a Zon store too that is actually the link in my profile when you click right there. When you go to it and you click, it takes to my Zon store. And it's just a magnetic palette, and it's 2 layers. So you can put plenty in there. These are in case you want to put something in that isn't magnetic. You can just stick it to the back of it and put it in. So those are just extras, and then it has a mirror. So this way you could just carry this with you if you wanted to travel or whatever. My goal is to make different ones of these for different brands so I don't have so much bulk. My story, there's some videos pinned to my page. But ultimately, if you're just coming in, my name is Burn Beauty 2018. I'm Tanya Meisenbach. And I was set on fire by my husband 6 years ago, 6.5. He's a narcissist, and we're talking about the red flags. I color matched with this color pop, and I did it online. Even though I couldn't do it in person, I was able to get the right color. And this is a very unusual shade, medium dark with a cool peachy rosy undertone. ColourPop had it. So I recommend you look there, or go in person. If you really can't find a color, it's worth a trip to ULTA or Sephora to get color matched. If you're living with a narcissist, Renee, my middle name is Renee. If you're living with a narcissist, the only thing I can recommend is that you get out immediately. I would have never thought he would hurt me. And I don't know if your narcissist is a romantic partner or just a family member. But either way, the answer is get out. They don't change. They are hopeless. You understand me? I have hope for everything in the world except that. It will never get better. It will never change. After 15 years, he set me on fire. And I mean, why would you do that? Even if you're a jerk, even if you're doing ridiculous things, why would you need to be an unaliver? Why would you need to hurt me? You're supposed to protect me. The person who's supposed to protect you hurt you. That's hard for me. It's still hard for me. I need to put I've been having trouble with this lash, by the way. I've been doing these all week, and I'm having trouble with the application. It's like it's not flexible enough to go where I need it to go. But if you're living with them, please leave. When you get a narcissistic wound, which means they feel like you really wronged them, because most of the time they're just making up lies. Mine was mental until it wasn't too. Yep, mine was emotional until it wasn't. And when it turned wasn't, things escalated quickly. When it turned wasn't was in February of the year before he set me on fire, in December, about a year and a half before. And he was supposed to be not drinking. It's a Saturday afternoon. We go home. He gets mad about something ridiculous. He finds something stupid to get mad about. Like my daughter was 21 and she's like, "Hey, can I claim myself in my taxes?" I was like, "Of course, we can't claim you." Right? And then he's like, "Why would you tell her it's okay to claim? I don't want to drink." And then he flicked a pack of cigarettes at me from the counter and left, because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to go drink and do rugs with his probably girlfriend and his junkie guy friend. So that's what he did. But I blocked him, stayed home, started drinking myself. And it was February. It was really cold. So I used to smoke, and I went to my car and I was smoking a cigarette because I don't smoke inside. And he got home, it's like 2 a.m. and he rammed my car. It's like not by accident, he pulled in, then he backed up and rammed into my car when he realized I was in it. It didn't hurt the car really, because it was an older Escalade and his was a Tahoe. But it did, you heard the tires squeal. And I called 911 because I was like, "What? Y'all tap. Oh, did we get to, how many is that?" I wanted to get to 250,000 every time. It keeps telling me it's Community Fest. I don't know what that means. Oh, thank you. That's so cute. I love those hats, y'all. I had the butterfly gifts. I like those. That's the first time I saw the graphics for the butterfly gift. It's really cute. I didn't hit the goal. I only got one of those. Y'all better be shopping. I'm kidding. I'm not one of those people. I would never ask you for anything. Never. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you for the gifts. Yeah, thank you. Please power tap to 250. Please power tap to 250. And I think we're left with the pen. Mitzi had to go do something, so she's not in the room, I don't think. The moderator. Y'all come in. Yeah, all that tapping gets you. Please do. Please come in. So he rams me with the car. I call 911. I have video of it that I still have right now because of the security cameras. Thank you for joining the club. And I saved it, right? I saved it. But even then, you know, he got arrested and charged with aggravated battery, 2 counts of it. 1 vehicle to vehicle and 1 DV. You know, he calls me, he's mad. Look what you did. Look what you did. You know, I didn't mean to do that. Look what you did. Now you got me in all this trouble. Now, the reason that they charged him so harshly, I didn't know at the time, was because he was a Florida ex-offender on the registry, but not on the registry in Georgia. Something that had happened when he was in college, long before I knew him. But I didn't know, because it's like, man, they charged him kind of. We've never had a call or anything. I hired him an attorney, and the attorney was like, what is this? You know, like, why are they charging him so harsh? I thought, I don't know. We haven't gotten in any trouble. Well, then, even the attorney that I hired, I'm sure he knew, but he's representing him, not me. So I never heard anything about it. But ultimately, he got sentenced, after months and months and hearings, he got sentenced to only nothing, to like doing anger management or some kind of course, right? Just watch videos and write an essay, and he didn't even do that. On the last day that it was due, he's driving around in the tree business, call me and tell me to do it. And like laugh about it, because he's so effing sick in his, he's just so, the most mentally ill person I've ever heard tell of I was married to. You know, and that mentally ill person consistently told me I was mentally ill, just for getting upset at him. Why? Because his mother never got upset with him. Nothing was ever his fault, and that's how it starts, you know. Nothing's ever the fault, and then the mother does something that betrays them, and there you have a narcissist. You've cooked one up. Unfortunately, mine is also an offender, I'm not a pedophile, a predator. It wasn't a child. That's what it said in the records that I saw last year, not a child. But still, this is a horrible human being. Horrible. It's embarrassing, but at the same time, it's not, because it's not my evil, you know? It's not my evil. But it's embarrassing that when you don't know, and that's why I had to work really hard to forgive myself. For like, how you spent all these years, and I felt like I wasted my life. But I didn't, because it led me here. And now I feel happier and more fulfilled, and I have more opportunity than I ever had. And if things hadn't happened exactly the way they did, I wouldn't be here right now. If I'd woke up and remembered everything at that moment, I assure you I would never have recovered the way I did. I wouldn't have had the resources. I would have been in a home because I couldn't walk or talk or feed myself. And I wouldn't have been able to heal and develop. So that's the way it works. You can't question how you get here. Just know that you did. And I just 100% know that I wouldn't be in this position right now. I'd be playing Uno in the home. God is always with me. I don't feel so good. You found me on day 1? Wow. These lashes are in the TikTok shop. If you click the cart They're like, I think they're $1.90 something for how many on the sheet? 5 on the sheet. You can rewear them. I usually just toss mine out because I buy so many. But you could definitely wear these twice if you take it off and carefully get the glue off. Grady has to drink water loudly now. Grady water break. My baby. He's a big boy. Still trying to get the weight off of him, but problem is I can't tell him no. Hey Grady, they said hello to you. They said hello. No, there's nobody out there. That's my back window. Look, the fence needs paint. I got a lot to do in this house. I'm allowed to paint and do things, but the fence outside is just a mess. Hopefully the Rotary Club will do a service project. He does sleep with me. Grady, what you need? Did you hear Auntie? We'll be done in just a minute. In just a minute. We'll be done in just a minute. You know what? I'm looking at myself, and I really am understanding why red is my color, like red hair. My ring. You say where I get my ring? This was a gift from Mitzi. I think it's James Avery from Texas, the butterfly. Oh, wig. On design. I think it's sensational. I normally wear outre when I'm wearing this, but this one I noticed is by Sensational. I don't know the name of it, but it's in this deep, beautiful red. It's really long and pinned up because it's too hot, but it's way down here. I'm not wearing lipstick. I'm wearing Floratint. This is Benetint lip stain. You need to go outside? I can't let you out right now because you can get around the front. This is Floratint, so it's a lip stain. And I wear it underneath my lipstick so that I look like I have this. And the only thing on top, there's nothing on top actually. No, I didn't put the Miss Jellyfish on. I'm gonna now do, my lashes are on. I'm not doing too much. I've got to finish. Grady's having a fit. What's up, Grady? You have to wait. Remember, I know you're taken care of, and I know you hear Auntie outside. You have to wait. Next, so there's another house next door to me, right next door, that I can't tell you everything because it'll locate me too much. But there's friends next door that I've met here. So it's a really good setup. And put more of that super paint. Stop. It's okay. What do you need? He's been crying a lot. He's very needy right now. So you have to wait. You have to wait. I know you hear them. Okay, so what should I do? I'm just going to put on some lip liner and be done for the day. Lip liner and be done for the day. Let's use MAC. Let's get MAC. I have such a strange system of organization. Thank you for laying down, sugar. Patience is something that's important. I've never used stone, but that's too cool for this look. I was looking for night moth. Or what color? What color should I use? This is NYX. NYX makes itself look a lot like MAC. This is Spice, but I don't know if it's dark enough for me. Welcome in, everybody. I'm not under protection. Can't really see that. I am my own protection. So that's like kind of a non-existent liner for me. This is Spice by MAC. And I think they changed the formula, right? Last year? Hello, I think they changed spice. I don't know what they changed about it. Or maybe they made a cool spice? I don't know. It's one of the old colors, but it's not showing up at all. So I'm just going to use it a little, then I'm going to come with another one. We'll darken it because I don't see it. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. Please be safe. That's the thing I want you to say. If you see these red flags, there's several people on these platforms that are talking about narcissism. You need to understand that it is not, I don't feel that it is not harmless. Emotional abuse is abuse. It changes who you are. It changes it can make you sick. It can give you lupus and Crohn's and autoimmune diseases. Just staying with them, even if they're not touching you. Mine went from just being, I don't want to say just being emotional abuse. It went from emotional abuse to ramming me with the car, right? Ramming me with the car, got arrested. It was my fault. I forgave him. I believed it was my fault. And then if I could find Night Moth, I might put just Miss Jellyfish on it. I feel like that's a good combo, but I don't know if I can find my Night Moth. That's Night Moth. He rammed me, and then a few months later, he hit me. 250,000. Thank you so much. 250,000 with under 500 people in the room. Thank you so much. Yes, it affects your nervous system, the weight gain. When I look at pictures of me right before I got burned, my face was puffy, my eyes were dead, my body was tired. I went through periods where I couldn't get out of bed. I didn't want to shower, didn't want to brush my teeth. That's the freeze, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. When that happens to you, you're going to think you're depressed, you're in survival mode. It's telling you to stay still. It's telling you just not to even engage. Freeze. And I went through all that. It won't get better. I don't come with good news if you're with a narcissist trying to work it out. It will not get better. There's no pill they can take. Everyone around a narcissist, thank you. Everyone around a narcissist is trying to get better, is taking meds, in therapy. The narcissist is sitting around saying, yeah, it's all their fault. See? You're in therapy. You're crazy. I mean, he literally tell me I'm crazy all the time. He told the hospital I was bipolar 1 while I was in a coma, so that when I woke up, if I woke up spouting, remembering, then he would just be like, oh, she's crazy. And the hospital made some notations about it. Like, husband gives unclear history of bipolar 1. And he would always, I was on Wellbutrin, he'd make fun of me. You're crazy. He said, at least I take drugs because I want to, not because I need to. What kind of ridiculous clown statement is that? So people with an antidepressant are messed up, but people with Erewhon are not. What? That's the kind of messed up thinking they have. It's incredibly hard. They gaslight you. It's incredibly hard to get out. And that's why I think I was able to believe that it was an accident and defend him for so long. Defend my memory for so long. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it happened to me. And I'm telling you, people are so judgmental. And it's embarrassing because you want to say, I'm so smart, that would never happen to me, but it doesn't have anything to do with smart. He's not locked up. He told the police it was an accident. I stayed in a coma. I contacted, just last year, after I got the police report and my 8,000 pages of medical records. I contacted the DA. They never got back to me. He got me arrested, y'all. He baited me. He got in between me and Grady. When Grady had a bleeding tail, long story, I was trying to grab Grady and get him to the vet before it closed, and he took that opportunity because I had to get dressed. We've been arguing, and he gets in between me, and he kind of spitting down in my face and stuff, and is in between me and Grady, and I pushed him out of the way, and you know, he's in me, he's coming at me, but he recorded it, and then edited the video, and a couple of hours later sent it to the police, had me arrested, never even had a traffic ticket. I was a paralegal my whole life, you know. He's an offender. But they didn't believe him. They did not believe him. The judge didn't believe it. Nobody believed him. I was no like signature bond, and then the solicitor dismissed it after we spoke, right? And because everybody knew, looking at his record and his history of being arrested, you know, he had it expunged, the thing where he rammed me, but expunged, the police and government officials can still see it, right? So they thought he would know, but they did. So anyway, still telling me, oh, you're the abuser, because I was calling him names after I figured out that he did it on purpose. And he's literally like, there's not any reason to call names. And he's been calling me names for 20 years. That's another sign. That's another red flag. Childish name calling. I'd never been called names like that until I got with him. You know? Like all sorts of names. And I would say something intelligent. Don't call names. You're a grown-up. No contact. Oh my God, no. We got a stay away order, trying to get the divorce, trying to get the money. Then I promise you, we're going to eat him up. He knows me, and I know he has to be scared because I'm a nice lady, and I've seemed very calm to you now, but I promise you, there is nothing in the world that can save him from the wrath. He is going, either karma will get him or justice will. I won't sleep until it does. Now, I have learned to put myself and my needs first and not be fixated on what's going to happen to him until I know I'm safe. That's important. You know, don't throw everything to the wind that you need. Take care of you. I got to get that money. I got to get a settlement. Then here he is dodging service and then not paying the alimony because the order ended in June. But you know, in the beginning, he was trying to send me messages. After I moved here, he would like send me the Zelle with alimony. He wasn't supposed to contact me. But you know, you can put a comment in the Zelle. And he'd be like, you know, I'll take care of the other. I'm so sorry. Because I think he's thinking he could buy my silence. I don't know what he was thinking. We hadn't even been nice to each other. I hadn't called him anything except a very ugly, dirty name for years at that point. That's pretty. Night moth and spice. Memory. The way I knew it was done on purpose is doing these TikToks, and I tell my story every day. And eventually, you know, I was in therapy and everything, and oh, he's watching the TikTok. And God help him. He's definitely watching. He subscribed at one point last year. And that's where I found like 10 or 15 fake accounts that were him, that were following me. He's watching. All I can tell him is good luck. Good luck. God help you. Actually, God isn't going to help you. God saw that. Good luck, because God saw that. That's all I got to say. God don't play about me. the person that I met yesterday, just randomly, that can help me in a very big way with the Northern District of Georgia, yeah, I got to chill when it happened because I was like, okay, now's the time. It's not for me to decide. Thank you. Right, die. No, he's not the father of my children. Mm-mm. Nope, die. So I would never, they will break contact. If you get a restraining order, just know that they're going to violate it. And they might come to unalive you. He did it because he's a sociopathic narcissist and he's crazy. There can't ever be like a why. You can't figure that out because we're sane. Being a sane person, I kept asking myself, why would he do that to me? Why would he do? The answer is because he's crazy. Crazy people do crazy things, and people who aren't crazy can't figure out why, you know? So I had to let that go. Like, you know, there can never be a why someone did something. It's a horrible, like that. It's a horrible, irrational thing, and you'll drive yourself crazy thinking about it. But basically, you know, because he's a narcissist, because he's a sociopath, it'd be like, why did a serial killer do it? You know, because they're crazy. Because they're crazy. Oh, did I tell y'all the part about his mother? Thank you. His mother set a house on fire when she was getting divorced from his father. How cray-cray is that? Hey, you know what I haven't used? Okay, I said I wasn't going to wear any eyeshadow, that I got this Rare Beauty in my Ipsy box last month. What color is this? Why don't they put the color where I can read it? All right, it's Rare Beauty eyeshadow stick. I take things out of the box and I get really frustrated when it doesn't have it on the packaging. But it looks like a golden. Is this an eyeliner? Here, let's just try it because I like sparkles. Eyeshadow. I always say I'm not going to wear eyeshadow, then I put on eyeshadow. So you've got to stay away from them. Getting a restraining order is good, but they really have to violate it a lot of times. Yep, like mother, like son. I think, you know, he had a mother wound from when all that happened. He was 18. He would always talk about it. You know, I didn't realize how important the things he said were, about the things he would talk about over and over again. But he would talk about being 18 and come home from school one day and don't have anywhere to live anymore because the parents are getting a divorce, and he had two, there was him and his younger brother, and then there was a 10-year gap between that and his little sisters. So his dad took the little sisters and, yeah, 5 out of 10 on this. Took his little sisters and took his little sis and just left, and supposedly they had nowhere to go. And I'm sure he felt betrayed by his mother because she had always treated him in a way that was inappropriate, really. Like, nothing is ever his fault. He's the oldest child. This is how narcissists and sociopaths are made, y'all. And yeah, so that was the mother wound, and it had a link to fire. We had the fire pit because he was always so fascinated with fire. I bought it for him because he always needed a fire. It's a big deal. All those 15 years, I want to go camping, and the best part is the fire and sit out behind the house. I bought the fire pit because he would like take a flower pot and want to put fire in it. He's a pyromaniac, but I didn't even realize it. All these things that I thought were just like, okay, that's who he is. We don't judge people. They were like red flags, you know, talking about the same wound, same thing over and over again. Also, if they tell you that a friend did something bad, like to their wife, they actually did that to you. They are confessing when they tell you a random story. You know, he told me that he caught a couple of the guys at the office doing METH and fired them. And I know that's the moment he started doing METH, positive. And that was in 2014. The burn didn't happen until 2018. So I didn't understand anything. I was so blind to it, so accepting of it, you know? Like he couldn't sleep. But I can't sleep either. I'm a chronic insomniac. So I didn't make any judgment about it. But he would go make a pot of coffee, and then that would help him go to sleep. Drink coffee, go to sleep. And now that can be a sign of like ADD, but that's legit a sign of the METH, just anyway. So then I think he started doing the HEROIN after he started stealing my pain medicine after he set me on fire. Can you believe that? I just can't believe you do these things to me. What do you think of my lip? That's pretty. I'm going to put Miss Jellyfish on it because I can. I found yet another reason. Maybe I'll put Riri on it. Give me a minute. Riri. Ooh. And we got to do highlighter and we're done. I don't know how long I've been on. It's been about 3 hours. I'm so happy now. I didn't know what happiness was. And that's another thing I want to tell you if you're in a relationship with a narcissist. Once you get away and stay no contact, once you do that, and it's going to take a while for your nervous system to regulate properly. I mean, it's going to take a minute. Mine is still working towards that. Once you get away, your life it's just going to be better than you could ever imagine. Maybe I should use Fenty Glow. Fenty Glow. It's just a little shimmer when you got lipstick on it. I might still put some Miss Jellyfish on top. I just had to try. That's the, it's not in my cart, but it's the Fenty Gloss Bomb Stick. And Fenty Glow is just one of my favorite, just like when you want a legit champagne glossy lip. It's so pretty. That's pretty. Let's put some highlighter on. Once you get away, your life will be better than you think. You can make it without them. You can survive without them. You've actually been doing everything the whole time. They have not been contributing. You have been existing and succeeding in spite of them. They have not been a partner in your life. They are not helping you earn. They are not helping you live. They are not helping you raise the kids. You know, they're not doing anything. They're slowing you down. This is Fenty. Yeah, I'm going to do the Miss Jellyfish. Just so pretty. I had to look at it. We're going to put Miss Jellyfish right on top. That's the cinnamon stick by Fenty. What do you call it? Contour stick. What do you call this thing? I can't think of the word. I'm sorry. Matchstick and cinnamon, which I really like on my nose. And then I come back with a different highlighter. And we're going to get Miss Jellyfish because she's so pretty. There's never any reason not to wear Miss Jellyfish. My favorite highlight. I wonder if I should do a pink highlighter. Is that too much? Not if I wear Miss Jellyfish. Oh, the Matchsticks is a highlighter stick. They have a contour stick. This is so old. They have a contour stick and a highlighter stick. Careful. Very careful. That's one of my favorite. There's no highlighter. Nobody does highlighter better than Fenty. I love highlighter. The executive director of Face Forward is on her way here. So I've got to get done. I saw a text come up just now. I wore this pink highlighter at Live Fest, and it was so pretty. People were coming to me. I came in number 6 in beauty and fashion last year, or I don't know what year. And people were coming from across the room because Fenty is so sick. The way this looks at night, oh my God. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, let's, then I'm going to do one more highlighter where it's Prosecco. Oh no, I had the foundation. It's the wrong color. See how wrong that is? That's what happens when you buy stuff online. I should have just gone to the store, but I still haven't made a trip to Sephora since I've been burned. This is Prosecco Demi Glow. I'm going to come back right here over top of that cinnamon lightly because we're going to make it glow. Right here, gently. Don't make yourself look sweaty though. And you can put a little extra because if you do it before the setting spray, it will tone it down. If you really want a super, super glow, like a crazy going out party glow, then do your highlighter after the setting spray, because that's a lot, right? But we're going to tone it down. Yeah, get out. All I want to tell you is get out, get out, get out. He will not get better. He or she will not get better because women are doing it too. I want a little bit of this Laura Mercier finishing powder that I forgot to put on because it makes everything luminous. I'm going to try not to take out everything I just did, but just on a big fluffy brush. It's very luminous, right? Very soft, luminous powder. And it really sets everything down. It commits you to glowing endlessly like a goddess. You are now completely committed. Thank you. I think if we share, we can end the stigma. We can end the stigma. No need for it. My Fenty messed up. There's so much, that Fenty setting spray is expensive, but it's clogged up and I can't fix it. And I've only used it, not even maybe a quarter of the bottle. This is Bare Minerals. This is kind of clogged up. Did you see the way that hit me? Like a garden hose? What in the world? Something must have gotten on them. Maybe that's what happened. Because this is a fine mist. You know, while I was moving, maybe something got on it. Look, no. No. Looks like something. So that explains what happened to my Fenty. Moving, something got on the sprays. The Fenty skin tint is okay. Like that Fenty, what is it called? Can't remember what it's called. If you use that or their foundation stick, I recommend you switch to ColourPop because it works just as well and it's much less expensive. You want me to, I don't have, you know what? I don't have all those clothes anymore. All the clothes and all the bags are in Georgia in storage. I miss it too. I'm not going to get those bags back. I'm going to have to probably just leave them. It's not worth moving them, so just sell them or something. And I had a lot of bags. The clothes were easier to replace, but the bags were pricey. I had a real thing for Tory Burch. But you got to do what you got to do. I'll have to sell it. Yeah, we can do more fashion content. Let me get in the shape I want to be in. We're going to do some fitness content because you didn't know that I used to be a personal trainer. A personal training business, certified. So I want to get back. I want my body back. Miss Jellyfish has got to come to the party. Ugh, I love it so much. Why do I love this gloss so much? Fenty, Miss Jellyfish. I gotta hurry because I don't want them, they need to get something out of my house. I'm sorry, Fenty. Hello, Miss Jellyfish. Are you the prettiest? This is a oil. Fenty Gloss Bomb Oil or something. Luminizing lip oil. It feels light. It's not sticky. And you cannot beat that shine. That's amazing. Okay, that's my not too much. Just want to glow. And I think we did that. Nailed it. Y'all think I should do my own makeup for my photo shoot? I'm thinking of doing it. Because it's expensive. Oh, I don't have faith in myself. I don't have faith. I'm a makeup artist, but I don't have faith. I'm scared. I don't want to mess it up. The one thing is, when I've used makeup artists since being burned, I always have to direct them a little because my face is different. If they've not worked with a burn survivor, they might not realize some of the little things I just do automatically now. So, matter of fact, I think I'll do makeup for other burn survivors. That's what I'm working towards. We're going to bring in some shows with some of the other survivors of Face Forward that will be nearby. And they're excited. They've asked me to do their makeup, some young ladies that don't wear it. And I'll do it, and we'll record it or do it live. I was burned 3rd and 4th degree burns to the upper 35% of my body. This is not my regular voice. And my entire face had to be replaced twice. And look at it. I was blessed with some of the best burn surgeons in the world. He passed away at Grady Memorial Hospital, Dr. Grwm. He was known for his beautiful skin grafts, so they're smooth. Skin grafts don't look like this. They look like this, right? And so they were very textured at first, and I started doing really heavy skincare, and it healed. I have good skin. And now that I'm in LA, the doctor in Beverly Hills is doing nano fat injections. So they take some of my fat and then inject it. They process it and then they inject it wherever they want it in the face. And it's not to sculpt. It's not as a filler. It goes in and the stem cells, after 6 to 12 months, the stem cells start to help your skin balance the skin tone. It's regenerative. It's literally healing my skin. Oh, thank you so much. It's so pretty. I love those butterflies and flowers. Thank you. Thank you, Momo. That's so beautiful. Oh my God, thank you. So I had my first injections in November. So I'm really starting to see a difference now. It's allowing me to move my face, do things. He asked me what I wanted, and I told him I wanted my smile lines back. I want to smize, you know. I wouldn't have wrinkles here. It looked like I had Botox all over my face. Memory. He was there. It was my husband. I thought it was an accident at first. Thank you. So this is good. I really hope that it can be normalized for other burn survivors because I realized how blessed I've been. And most of the time you're told after these burns that this is your new normal. Get used to it. Basically, they don't say get used to it, but they say this is your new normal. And they're telling you just to go with things the way they are. But you don't have to. And that's what I didn't do. I was not interested in keeping things the way they were. I thought things could get better because I knew how to do makeup and skincare. No, not an accident. Everybody, I know it's so confusing. I believed it was an accident. But as I was telling that story, I started to remember that it wasn't. And I was working with a therapist, and he doesn't deny it. Not to me, anyway. There's no mistake. I'm not mistaken. He just said, I'm sorry. I was angry. But he made sure to say it when he knew I wasn't recording or anything. Because I would have never thought of recording at the time, but that's something narcissists do. They'll record you all the time. So I feel my surgeon, he's here to continue working. And he said, I think when we get done, you'll look pretty much like natural, like not reconstructed, because he's going to continue doing the stem cells. Nanofat is one of the hottest things in skincare. It's expensive though, so I'm blessed. And I'm blessed with Allies of Skin being an ambassador for them because they make the best skincare I've ever used. Copper tripeptides heal third-degree burns. And I haven't used it on my body because it's expensive. I use it on my face. And just the level of healing that I see in my face and the level of healing that I feel in my soul when I look in my eyes is spectacular. So I'm very happy. And I've got to run Thursday. I have a thing. I think we'll do tomorrow, but I'll make a post about it. If we do tomorrow, it will be at 12 because I can't do Thursday. And I'm trying to get a schedule together, so y'all hang in with me. You don't get to press charges. The police do that. Press charges is like something on TV. Either the police investigate or they don't, and they didn't. But just stay tuned for the end of that story, because some remarkable things just happened yesterday. Because I told y'all karma comes, you know? Can't talk about it, but I love y'all. I will see you tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, I believe you is an important thing to say to a woman in a situation like this, and I didn't realize it. After he had me arrested, I told the solicitor, the Fulton County solicitor, I told her I'd written out my story, and then she's like, let me call you. And she called me with a patient advocate, you know, or like a survivor advocate. And I told my story, and I was like, I don't know why I pushed him. And they were like, well, it's called reactive abuse. You're standing up for yourself. You're done. You've snapped. You need to get your dog. And then she said, first of all, I believe you. And when she said that, I started crying like a baby. I did not know that I needed someone to tell me that. So please do say it. Most people are not making up anything like this. Just say, I believe you. I've got to run because somebody's here, and I love you. Get out if you're with a narcissist. They're not harmless. I love y'all. Remember that whatever you're going through, this too shall pass.